We are going to discuss about the constellations. It is really very important, and most of the questions are being asked from this particular part of the chapter. Okay, that's why constellation is very important. Okay, so what are constellations? So constellations are nothing but the group of stars, beta. Okay, certain group of star often seems to form a recognizable pattern in the night sky. These recognizable pattern of the group of star are called as constellations. Okay, are called as constellations. So let me write definition for constellations here. Okay, certain group of star, certain group of stars often seems to form a recognizable pattern in the night sky, okay, are called as constellation, are called as constellations. Understood everyone? What are constellations? Again, you are not replying. Do reply everyone.
Yes.
So I have to
Sir,
ask
I have a
again.
doubt.
Huh? Who?
It's Tanvi, sir.
Beta.
Sir, how do people tell like the constellations from the other stars in the sky? There's already so many stars, so how do they tell them apart?
Okay, we will discuss that later on. Here we have some constellations. We will discuss that one by one. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna discuss about from your textbook. Look at the sky for some time. Okay, during the night time only, when there is a clear sky. Can you see some stars forming a group with the shape like those given in a figure? We will go through that figure. The star forming a group, okay, by joining with imaginary line, no? Because we cannot join really there, but imaginary line, if you will join them, they will appear with different shapes. Okay, that group that has a recognizable shape or the pattern, these are called as beta constellations. Okay, these are called as constellations. So constellation were devised by the ancient people to be able to recognize stars in the night sky. Okay, the shape of the constellations resembles the object familiar to those people. We will discuss that. You can easily identify some constellations in the night sky. Okay, for this you should know what a particular constellation looks like. Okay, if you will go like go through those picture, and if you will observe in the night sky, then you will be able to observe them clearly. And where to look for it in the night sky, it is really very important, because you have to know their position, where with respect to your position where they are going to appear. You have to research properly and then observe in night sky. You will find such pattern during the night. Okay, because they appears in night sky only. One of the most famous constellation which you see, okay, wait a second, we're gonna observe first their diagrams and then we will discuss that. See, you see here diagram. Here we have the different constellations. Okay, first one that is called as beta Great Bear. Okay, see, this is the Saptarishi constellation. This is called beta Saptarishi. Okay. Around him, if we'll find that particular structure, it appears like the bear. That's why it is called as the Great Bear. It is called as beta the Great Bear. Okay, that one is called as beta Orion. Orion, the fighter. Okay, this is the Great Bear and this is the Orion. If for that you have to observe these stars group first. Okay, if you will be able to see that group of star and you will observe other stars around it, you will find that Orion shape there. Okay. Next, here it is the Cassiopeia. Okay. See here, if you will find that particular pattern in the night sky, okay, and around him, okay, all these stars will form together the Cassiopeia. And next, it is the Leo Major. Okay, if you will find that particular pattern here, that yellow line, okay, this is the imaginary line I'm joining here. If you will find that, and this around surrounding the star, they will appear like the Leo. Okay, so it is called beta Leo Major. Okay, we will discuss each constellations one by one. Okay, everyone.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So summertime in the clearly part of the night sky, okay, Ursa Major is also there. You can find them clearly. Okay, that one is called as beta Ursa Major. Okay, we will go through that first, the theoretical part. It is known as the Big Dipper also. It is called as Big Dipper, the Great Bear, or the Saptarishi. Okay, we have already gone here. This constellation is called as beta the Great Dipper or the Saptarishi also. Here we have the group of 7 stars. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. They are called as beta Saptarishi. Okay, Saptarishi constellation. It is also called as the Great Bear or the Big Dipper. There are 7 prominent stars in this constellation. It appears like a big ladle, okay, ladle by which you can eat something or you can use them for preparing food. Okay, you know that ladle, is it like this? Sorry. Ladle or the question mark also like this. Okay, it is like a question mark also. Okay, there are 3 stars in the handle of the ladle and 4 like the bowl. Okay, so 4 stars are here and 3 stars they form the, okay, see these 3 are form the handle of the ladle, and here this 4 star 1, 2, 3 and 4 they form the bowl like structure or the cup like structure. Okay, so bowl with handle is called beta ladle. It's called as the ladle. So it appears like ladle on the in the night sky. Okay. So observe the constellation for the few hours. Do you find any change in its shape? Do you find any change in the position? So yes, there is the change in position and also the change in position of the stars also. You will observe that the shape of the constellation remains same. Okay, see all these constellations are moving to stars, they are forming that constellation are moving together. That's why shape is the constant, but position will change. You will also find that the constellation appears to move in the sky from east to west. Okay, that's why, okay, their position is being changing continuously. Okay, we have one wondering question here. I have heard that we can locate the polar star with the help of Ursa Major. Yes, so that polar star is very bright okay, really very bright. So by which we can, see the position of the Ursa Major like this in the night sky. Okay, we can, with the help of that polar star, okay, we can observe the position of the that Saptarishi constellation. Okay, next. Sorry. Okay, here we have activity, we have to go through that also. It will help us to understand the position. This activity should be performed on a clear moonless night. See, moon should not be there also in order to observe such constellations, because they have very faint light. So most of the time is there is no clear sky. Okay, in urban areas, in city areas, there is bright light is present, and if moon is have very bright that night, we won't be able to observe them. That's why moonless night, the clear sky, okay, and away from the bright light of the cities, okay, we can observe them clearly. Look toward the northern part of the sky and identify the Ursa Major. Okay, you may get help from elders on in your family. They will make you understand and the position also. Okay, so see here we have the polar star at the center because it is not changing its position. So you can identify their position changing like this. Okay, at different time you will observe the different position of the Ursa Major. Look at the two stars at the end of the Ursa Major. Okay, imagine the straight line passing through these stars as shown in the figure. Okay, that one. See, here we have the polar star. Okay, and just draw the imaginary line with these two stars. You will find that constellation here like this. Okay, so this is the bowl part and this is the handle. Okay, and they will form the ladle. Okay, that ladle is nothing but the Ursa Major. Okay. About 5 times the distance between the two stars, okay, this line will lead to the star which is not too bright. Okay, see, some stars are not very bright, but if you will observe them clearly, you will find all the 7 stars together, okay, in particular shape. This is the polar star observed in the pole of the earth, polar region of the earth, okay. And with respect to the polar star, the position of this Saptarishis constellation changes continuously, okay. Okay. Okay, here we have again the important note. Note that it does not move at all as other stars drifts from east to west, because our earth is rotate from west to east. That's why they appears moving like from east to west. Is it everyone? We already gone through that. Okay. During a summer night, observe the Ursa Major 3 to 4 times at a time interval of 2 to 3 hours. You will find their position is changes continuously. Also locate the polar star each time. Okay. Does Ursa Major appears to move from east to west? Yes. It will move from east to west because Earth is rotating from west to east. Does it appear to revolve around the polar star? Yes. Okay, you will find these are changing its position with respect to polar star. Okay, as compared to your observation with those of the figure, we can observe here the position of that Saptarishi constellation is changing with respect to polar star. In fact, all the stars appears to revolve around the polar star. Okay. Note that the polar star is not visible from the southern hemisphere. Okay, suppose this is the our earth, this is the north pole, and this is the south pole. So from south pole you won't be able to observe the polar star. Okay, from southern pole we won't be able to observe that polar star properly. Okay, that polar star will not appear from the southern part of the earth. So some of the northern constellations like Ursa Major may also not be visible. So from southern part of the earth, that Saptarishi constellation won't be appear to them. Okay. From some point, the southern hemisphere. So from southern hemisphere, the constellations which are appearing on the northern part of the sky won't be appear from the southern part of the earth. Okay, so it is really very important to note that. Everyone, any doubt till here? Everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the Orion. Okay. Orion is another well-known constellation that can be seen during the winter in the late evening. It is one of the most magnificent constellation in the sky. It also has 7 stars or 8 bright stars sometimes. Okay, sometimes 7 or 8. Orion is also called as the hunter. Okay, it is also called as the hunter. The 3 middle stars represents the belt of the hunter. Okay, and the 4 bright star appears to be arranged in the form of quadrilateral like this. Okay, so these forms the belt. Okay, and these form the quadrilaterals. Okay. The star Sirius, which is the brightest star in the sky, is located close to the Orion. Okay, to locate Sirius or Sirius, imagine the straight line passing through the 3 middle star of Orion. Okay, that from the belt, look along the line toward the east. Okay, so you will find in east, this line will lead you to very bright star. Okay, it is the Sirius. See here, that one, this is the brightest star. Okay, in east sky, that it's past. Let's suppose we have Earth here. Okay, so here we have the north, here we have the south. Okay, and here we have east. So you will find that constellation in this direction. Okay, so in order to locate that constellation, you had to observe that brightest star called Sirius. Okay, by which you can locate that Orion constellation easily. Can you see that Orion? This is the Orion beta. Okay, next we have Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is another prominent constellation, okay, in the northern sky. So it will appear in northern sky. It is visible during winter in the early part of the night. It looks like the distorted letter W or M. Okay, it appears like distorted W or M. The constellation does not, you have to remember that. Do you know? It is very important part. Huh? Do you know? A constellation does not have only 5 to 10 stars. It has a large number of stars in that, but only the brightest star we can observe clearly. However, we can see only the bright stars in the constellation with our naked eyes. That's why we can, number only the brightest star, not the light one. all the stars which make up a constellation are not at the same distance. They are just in the same line of the side of the sky. That's why they appears together sometime. Okay, so this is all about beta constellations. So here we have that Cassiopeia constellation. Here you will find that W part. I'm just making it bright. Wait a second. See here, this is the sky, as you can see here, and this star with the shape of W or M. Can you see that? Like this. This is the distorted W or M. This is called as Cassiopeia. Okay, everyone? Keep replying.
Okay, sir.